Everybody, this is Randy the Wild Horse. I'm talking about Cyrus, Minnesota. This time I'm going to show you some pictures through the internet because I'm not very technical savvy like most of you fine people are. So, okay, this was Cyrus, Minnesota's alley cat. We called him Merp because he didn't meow, he merped. He was a very nice little kitty. And here's Merp the cat. He's sitting down on a kitchen table. Yeah, now he used to eat garbage cans outside. There's Merp licking his paw on the kitchen table. He was there until one day he died. I heard that guy that owned the garage took him and threw him in the garbage can, which is too bad. You know, too bad the poor little cat didn't have a funeral. You know, he was a very nice cat, you know. He always meowed and purred and butted his head to you and make friends. And he even gave great back massages. You know, those with sore backs. I mean, sometimes my back's sore and I could use a little cat. More than that, he was friendly, I'll tell you. He couldn't hurt a fly. Now, one time he did. He hit a fly and the fly flew away and went, Merp! Merp! There's little Merp again. Yeah, he was the Cyrus, Minnesota alley cat. One time he snuck up in my dad's store. See, he had the store was like in the basement at the time. I mean, it was upstairs. You go around the basement, you go through another door, open it, then you're in the store. Didn't lock or nothing. Merp, he just one time made half the sausage. He was hungry. I guess he got sick of cat food or something. There's Merp again with his funny little eyes. And well, there's Merp laying down. There's the Cyrus elevator here. There's the Cyrus water tower. This was Cyrus in the early 80s. This was the United States Post Office in Cyrus. This is all early 80s filming, folks. There's another one of Cyrus down the street when it was cold and wintry. And here's let's see, it was a store employee. I forgot her name. Yeah, this was a very small store, you know. Here she made a cake that said, Sultan my new beginnings. That's a Norwegian, of course. There's a lariat in the fire department. There's where the house was when it was in nice condition. Well, the house wasn't too nice inside. The water was awful. You couldn't drink or bathe in it. I don't know why my dad didn't check the water before he bought it. The water was disgusting. Smelled and speaking of the house, one back here. One time we had over here had a little Christmas wreath and the birds built a bird's nest on it one time. Too bad I didn't take a picture of that. Sorry about that. And there was the back of the store at the time. It was, there's the side of the store, someone with their bicycle. This is early 80s. Here's my late Uncle Ed on the left. Yeah, Ed Lycan. He had an 8th grade education, but, he knew about cars. He sure drove some fancy cars. He had a 65 Impala, 70 Impala, 62 Chevy, 57 Ford Fairlane convertible. Oh man, yeah, he saved his money, that guy. And there's a Cyrus in another part of the street. There's Amico. Some guy once owned a gas station there, and there's a store in another section in the winter time. And there's the store from another angle. There's the house and the store from another angle. There's the Cyrus Red Owl truck. There's a fancy Firebird over there. I don't know who owned it. And there's another picture of the store. And here's my mother and father, Shirley and Harold Lycan, who owned Cyrus Red Owl. Yeah, my father didn't know much about the business. He thought anytime there's a lot of money in the till, he thought it was all his, and that's not the way it works. And my mom, she did the bookwork and stuff and hated it, I tell you. Yeah, they spent a lot of hours in that store. There was a drawing for a Honda. I don't know if it was a dirt bike or a... it wasn't for a car, I know that. There's the Coke machine. Yeah, there's the Lariat bar. This was taken later on in 2001 because of Liberate Iraq. And there was me when I was a younger man standing by the store in about 2001. There's my junkyard jalopy over there. Yeah, the side door where you put the goods in, that was all boarded up, and the side stuff was taken out, obviously. There's me again. Yeah, that's what happens, you know. In 15 years, if a building isn't taken care of, you know, nothing done about it, this was what happens. 17 years. This was 17 years later. See, this building here just all rusted out. And it's called the Remnant Shack. Yeah, it was a shack after a while. But later on, they tore the building down. I heard the roof collapsed. Building was over 100 years old. Had to be modernized many times. And that'll be all.